Good morning, everyone. I'm writer Coach Tony, and I'm going to make a movie review video today for the movie A Haunting in Venice. So, this week, A Haunting in Venice is being shown here in Manila, and it's directed by Kenneth Branagh, and it stars Michelle Yeoh, Jamie Dornan, Jude Hill, um, and a host of other actors who I'm not very familiar with. I thought it was Jessica Chastain who was the mother, but it turned out that she was not. So it wasn't Jessica Chastain. She just looks like Jessica Chastain. But anyway, A Haunting in Venice is based on an Agatha Christie novel. So I think this is already Kenneth Branagh's fourth or third. Could be mistaken because he did Dead Again when I was younger. When I was in university, he did Dead Again. So I'm not sure if that was an Agatha Christie novel. But anyway, the three ones I know is this one, A Haunting in Venice, and then there's Murder in the Orient Express, and Death on the Nile. And of all these four horror mystery novels that he adapted, I think this one, Haunting in Venice, is the most stylized because he really uses effects, sound, cinematography, um, clever, clever camera shots to convey his message. Not his message, to convey the atmosphere that he wants for the movie. So, just like any Agatha Christie story, um, Christie assembles this group of people in a claustrophobic place, this time in a palazzo in Venice. And the character of Tina Fey, who is a writer, Ariadne something, um, brings back Hercule Poirot back into the fold because he is already retired. As the movie begins, he is already retired and refuses to accept any any cases anymore. So the character of Tina Fey um, urges him to return, no? To go back to sleuthing, and she brings him to this seance of a celebrated suicide. The daughter of this mother committed suicide, and she wants to do the seance so that she can, talk to her daughter. So um, that's how the scene. That's how the premise of the story starts. Um, and after that, uh, several events unfold, including very brutal murders, and Brana presents this scenes as in a very unique manner. No, um, Michelle Yeoh plays the seance, um, the medium, for the seance, and I actually like her role, although it's very short. You'll find out in the movie if you watch why her role was short. But I think she was well casted here. But it would have been great if she had a bigger role. But anyway, just like any Agatha Christie novel, so the characters are all um, parang are all in this palazzo, and nobody's allowed to leave. No, per wishes of Hercule Poirot, played by Kenneth Branagh. So, just like any Agatha Christie novel, each of the characters is being featured, and each of the characters' motivations are being laid out, discussed, um, you know, to point out if they are really if they are they are or are not the murderer, no? Because in this novel, I think in this movie, I think three people died. I'm not sure. Yeah, three. One, two. Was it our third person? I think only two pala. So, so multiple, it's multiple murders. So, and then you only get to choose between the people there in the house, no? Which makes it even more interesting. And normally, like in Agatha Christie novels, the most obvious suspects normally are not really the killers. So, um, in this movie, though, I did not play the guessing game anymore. I just watched it, and I was very impressed by how Kenneth Branagh uses um, special effects and the way he angles the cameras. Um, and then the atmosphere of Venice is very sinister, very dark, and they had these costumes, these masquerade costumes, these really popular masquerade costumes, which made each of the characters look very eerie, and sinister, which is very nice to see. Um, Unfortunately, most of those scenes were executed just for jump scare. So, because Brana is not really a horror director, so those scenes were done as jump scares. So, don't be disappointed if it doesn't become an all-out conjuring horror movie, because it's not. And if you know Brana's work, as my brother said, it's a very literal movie, as in they're just literally talking, and then of course it's interspersed with jump scares and beautifully shot horror murder scenes, violent scenes. But like 70% of the movie is basically dissecting and finding out who the killer is, and it may lull you to sleep. So because he exposes them slowly, one by one. So each of the characters has a some screen time. Because it's very, so it's the Glass Onion series is loosely based on how Agatha Christie does her horror novels, and this is how it's done. Um, yeah, except for the production design, the cinematography, even the editing is good. Um, and of course, the mood music, no, and then the costumes, the technical, the technical um, aspects of the movie is superior. I think it's more of the way Kenneth Branagh directs, no, which could, because in the movie house where I went, the boys, many of the young men who went there were expecting something like Conjuring, something really scary, but since the movie is more of a talkie actually, um, yeah, they kind of walked out of the movie house. Or some of them after the movie said that they were a bit disappointed because, yeah, they did not expect the movie to be like that, no? Mainly because I don't think they even knew who Kenneth Branagh is. So, in his work. So, if you don't know that, you might be in for kind of a disappointment, because if you're expecting something like Conjuring or those current popular horror movies, then you'll be in for a disappointment. Um, for me, though, this is uh, the best among the four horror movies Kenneth Branagh did because of the technical excellence. Um, I'm not really into it too much, although I'm a big fan of Agatha Christie. But at least with this one, um, Kenneth Branagh really flexes his um, technical prowess in putting all the elements together to achieve a certain ambiance or look or atmosphere, um, which could, you know, appeal to a certain kind of viewer, maybe a mature type of viewer. Would I recommend the movie? I just warn you that yes, it does talk a lot. It's like Oppenheimer, but there are many well-directed murder scenes and scary scenes. So, and there are many jump scares. So, um, yun, I expect those. And as my brother said, it's a very literal movie, no? Or literate movie. It's a very literate movie. So be sure to listen, no? Be able to listen to the dialogues because that is one of the strong fortes of a Kenneth Branagh movie. So anyway, with that, thank you very much for your time. I hope you enjoyed my movie review of Kenneth Branagh's A Haunting in Venice. If you're into this type of uh, movies, yes, please do watch. It's still showing, and box office wise, I think it's doing very well worldwide. So, with that, please subscribe to my channel, Writer Coach Tony, and please add me in my Twitter, my Facebook, and my Instagram. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you for your time.